I've been thinking about how much you're pissing me off.
What? What the heck have I done to her? We barely even spoke. That's probably why.
Not even gonna bother with replying, huh? That's exactly what I'm talking about. This entire time you haven't said anything noteworthy. Haven't contributed anything.
As if you're one to talk.
And now what? You're just gonna walk straight past me?
I just thought you probably wanted to be left alone.
If I did, I wouldn't have left the kitchen. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Instead of just doing this whole dance. You did? Wait, how did you know I was in the bathroom?
I heard the door closing.
I mean, I guess, but how did you know that was me?
Because I only heard it closing once, and that was a while ago. I don't know how much time has passed, but definitely more than anyone should need to finish their business.
Oh, I wasn't there a long time, alright.
So, what could that mean? That someone decided to run away from the big scary group conversation and hide in the bathroom, perhaps?
Oh, wow, well, she seems to know me pretty well.
Well, to be fair, it could have also been someone with real bad constipation, so it was a bit of a gamble. Which was it?
Fuck you. Don't act like you haven't been doing the exact same thing this entire time since the moment we first woke up in here. It's not just me.
Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to hear your thoughts on something, or someone.
Is it Oliver? Yeah.
What do you think of Oliver?
He's a man. He seems nice.
Great input, really. I'll write that down straight away.
No problem.
Let's try this again, alright? Does he seem off to you, somehow? Do you think we can trust anything he tells us? About that girl?
Well, again, I don't think we have a choice in that.
Emilia! I mean, I obviously got my own opinion on the whole matter, but still, thought a second opinion wouldn't hurt.
I don't really know. He seems nice and all, but I guess that doesn't really mean much. Well, there's one thing I noticed.
What is it?
When you and Oliver first met, he greeted you with your name. I don't think he should have known. No, I'm certain that there was no time frame during which he could have been told without me hearing.
You're right, he did that. And you're sure he didn't just miss how someone told him? Did you check your log?
Yeah, of course. Nobody mentioned your name. I consider explaining how I think it might be related to our memory loss. How I also feel like I already knew all of their names before they first told me. I decide not to. I hate this man so much.
Weird. Well then.
She gets up from her bed and walks up to me. Hey, yo, personal space? Ever hear of it?
Let's not leave those two alone for any longer.
She pushes me aside and enters the kitchen. I want to punch her so badly, but I just follow her back to the living room instead. I wouldn't say punch. Maybe like a flick on the forehead, you know? Like, shut up. Oh, wow. You actually came back. It took so long that we were playing bets on who'd return first. Guess neither of us expected you to join up, haha.
Well, to be precise, Adrian was falling behind Valerie, so...
No, you want to let me win. How kind of you.
That's not it. I'm just being fair.
Whatever you say, whatever you say. Anyway, why don't the two of you come and sit down? There's enough sofa for everyone. Ignoring their little bets, I do as I'm suggested. Valerie hesitates for a moment, but ultimately decides to do the same.
Sounds like the two of you have really been hitting it off, huh?
What can I say? We had quite a bit of time on our hands.
We hope you've been getting along as well. Oh yes, splendidly.
She says in a clearly sarcastic tone, but Evelyn seems happy to hear it anyway.
Thanks to Adrian, I came to a conclusion about how I want to tackle this whole game thing from now on.
You did? Thanks to me? What'd I do?
Well, how's that for someone who hasn't contributed a single thing, huh?
I decided that I will not trust any of you.
Well, that's not a good thing.
Not yet, at least. That being said, I will cooperate with you to some extent. I can't imagine sitting around here and moping all day will get me anywhere. We don't have that sort of time.
Well, progress is progress.
So, pretty much the exact conclusion I reached as well. I'm starting to think Valerie and I don't feel all that different about this situation. It's just that she actively voices her complaints, while I sit quietly in the corner.
Isn't there anything we can do to strengthen your trust? You? Not really. But to be honest, it's not like it matters all that much whether I trust you anyway. Oliver, on the other hand... Well, first of all, there's something I wanted to ask you. Something that Adrian brought up.
Huh? Oh, that. Ugh, please don't frame it as if I'm the one distrusting him.
Sure, what's this about?
When we first met in the kitchen, you greeted me right away. To be specific, you said, "Ah, there you are, Valerie," right?
Oh, yeah. I guess I might have said something along those lines.
No, not something along those lines. That's what you said. I checked the log.
Alright, if you say so. What about it?
Well, I obviously wasn't there the whole time, but according to what Adrian told me, from when you first arrived in our hall to that moment, nobody told you what my name was.
Is that so? I could have sworn someone mentioned it. It just felt natural to greet you like that. Are you sure that neither of you brought it up, Adrian?
I nod. I checked every conversation that happened during that time frame. It's not like he's ever been alone with Evelyn at that point.
So, assuming that's true, mind telling me how you knew my name?
Well, how did I, huh? I must have picked it up somewhere. Damn. I just can't check my log, I guess. Ha ha.
What? Hey!
Did I miss it? Oh. I don't know if I accidentally skipped past that way fast, or if that interruption was a real thing.
What? Why? Huh. I just checked my log as well, and I think I might have an idea.
No, I guess I should hold off on sharing my theory a bit longer.
Right after we split up and the two of you entered the kitchen, I started knocking on the bathroom door. I called out to Valerie. Valerie, can you hear me? Now that my memories on the details are rather vague, but I recall that you, Adrian, already walked further into the kitchen, while Oliver stood behind to close the door, right?
Damn, the law can't help me here. Is that what happened? I think it might have.
Yeah, must be it. Guess the log only picks up stuff you managed to properly hear, huh?
That's right. It's probably how it was. It might record things I haven't actually paid attention to, but nothing that was out of reach for me to hear altogether.
I see. Well, I guess that adds up with what I can tell from my log.
Yeah, I'm sorry for bringing it up. Not like I wanted to sow any unnecessary distrust, but, well, seems I was just overthinking this.
Haha, don't worry about it, alright?
Oh wait, didn't I know she said that? What are you thinking about? Yada yada. Fine, Valerie was there. Yep, there's that. For time, that's all me talking. I will do my best. What are you doing? Nope, she didn't mention it. Or at least I didn't hear, damn.
Don't worry about it, alright? It's only natural to suspect others in a situation like this, especially after spending some time with the Queen of Distrust.
Yeah. Luckily, we managed to clear up this misunderstanding rather quickly. If anything, this shows that you shouldn't keep your suspicions to yourself.
True. Would have been much worse if you kept distrusting me because of something so silly all day. So then, was that the only thing that bothered you?
Well, yeah, for now. I'm just going to look forward to hearing what you will have to share with us next time you return from your team.
Of course. I'm sure the same is true for all of you.
No, not to that extent, at least. The thing is, I know Amelia. From everything you told us, I'm sure it must be the same one.
I was right. This explains her extreme reaction to Oliver's story. Though, well, it still doesn't explain her behavior prior to that. Whatever. If what she says is true, at least 3 out of 8 people here have some kind of connection to Amelia. What about the rest? Someone from the other answer team will very likely know her too. But what about Oliver and Evelyn?
Were the two of you friends then? Who knows? What do you mean? I'm not going to talk about that until Oliver leaves. We can discuss any further details after that, if you really want to know. Once he returns, I want to tell him how Amelia reacted to hearing about me. The less he knows about our relationship, the more helpful his report will be in determining whether anything he says is to be believed. Understood?
I see. Sure, that makes sense, I guess. If it means I can earn some of your trust that way, then I'll do as you say.
Not a bad idea, really. That might be the simplest way to find out whether Oliver can be trusted, and whether Amelia is really here. There's just one tiny loophole. But what if she just doesn't remember? At least not yet. Or to be more specific, what if Oliver is going to claim that's what she said? Like, if everything he said so far is true and she lost her memory, who knows whether she already regained any of it?
That would be awfully convenient, wouldn't it? I'll just have to hope that isn't the case, huh?
Nobody says anything in return for a while. She's right, of course. Not like there's anything we can do to help her remember, huh? Or is there? Oliver seems to struggle with finding the right words to continue. Then he eventually takes a deep breath.
At least I now understand why you reacted this way back in the kitchen. It's starting to add up why you distrust me so much.
Oh no, don't worry. I distrust all of you pretty equally. The problem is that I want to trust you, or more specifically, I need to be able to trust whatever you tell us about Amelia. That's what this entire thing is about.
If you say so. Anyway, I know you don't
Hang on.
I know you don't want to talk about what your relationship with her was and all that, though it's pretty obvious that she was at least important to you in some way. Ignoring that, can I ask one thing?
You can. I might even answer, who knows?
Why would I lie? What would I get out of making this story about a girl you knew being here? Assuming that I would have a reason to do so just throws a huge wrench in your whole line of thoughts.
Like what?
If I made up this specific description, somehow perfectly fitting someone that you knew, that implies that I already knew about you knowing her. I knew that I would get some sort of reaction out of you.
And me.
If that was the case, I would very likely also know more about your exact connection, making your whole test kinda pointless. So, unless you believe that, why would I lie?
Who knows?
Well, she did say she might answer. I honestly didn't expect him to put this much of a resistance. So far, it seemed like he always tried to be really considerate of Valerie, even when she reacted in a less than friendly manner. He really doesn't want her to distrust him. And he is correct. If what he told us was a lie, it was too specific to be a simple coincidence. He would need to know more about all of this. He might even cooperate with the mastermind. The same is true for what I thought about earlier. If Oliver is truthful, but Nathan lied for whatever reason, he would probably try to orchestrate everything in a way that doesn't reveal the truth. He might be able to tell Oliver what Valerie wants to hear in order to... what? Mislead us? Make us lose the game? Maybe to protect someone from the other answer team? But that would probably make Nathan a regular participant with motives beyond the purpose of this experiment. If that was the case, how would he know who resides in which team? And ignoring all that, can it really be a coincidence that at least 2 people from one team know Amelia? Wait, maybe Valerie is just bluffing. Waiting for Oliver to slip up and say that she is being remembered. But that would contradict her reaction to hear...
By the way, how much longer do you have left, Oliver?
Huh? Oh, right.
He looks down at his timer, Evelyn following his gaze.
Just 7 more minutes, then you're finally rid of me.
Great! Can't wait!
Time's really flying by when you're having fun, huh? But, wait a second. Now that I think about it, how did she know about the timer? Huh. Did Evelyn? I assume Evelyn would have told her about the timer, right? Because she was bringing her up to speed when she was talking to her while she was in the bathroom. Right? When Oliver explained it to me, Valerie wasn't in the room. And after that, there wasn't a single point in time when she was in one room with him without me being present as well. Wait a minute! Wait a minute. Okay. We know... She asked, right? Wait, what? Are they talking? Right now? Am I missing conversations while I'm doing this whole thing? Or a countdown thingy anyway than an actual watch. Wait a minute. Hang on. When Oliver explained it to me, Valerie wasn't in the room. And after that, there wasn't a single point in time when she was in one room with him without me being present as well. We shouldn't have known, she shouldn't have known about it. Fuck, this is the exact same thing we've just been over. It would fit so well with the idea of our lost memories, but there's probably some logical explanation for this as well, isn't there? I'm just missing something really obvious again. Something to explain this without some unnecessary sci-fi twist. Okay, yeah, they're all talking while I'm doing this internal monologue thing. How much of that have I missed? Okay, but anyway, what I was trying to do earlier, right, I'm caught up on everything that's happened so far. Let's get to it. So, page 1 is when I and him were talking. Did your watch still work? Sadly, not a watch. Not by my standards. I woke up with it. It's a countdown. It tells me how much longer I have to stay here before I can go back to my team. Yeah, he only told me. And I don't see anything. WATCH. Does your watch still work? Oh, this goes through everything. Watch. Oh, I didn't realize you were wearing a watch. More of a countdown thingy than an actual watch, but yeah. Okay, interesting. So, search goes through everything. I thought it was just like a page-to-page thing. Okay, so what are they saying? Oh, I didn't even realize you were wearing a watch. Well, more of a countdown thingy than an actual watch. But yeah, I woke up with this around my wrist. Can't seem to take this thing off either. Kind of uncomfortable, to be honest.
Really don't get why Noah made sure you wouldn't... Really don't get why Noah made sure we wouldn't have any way to know the actual time, though. Even made sure to mess with our Neuralink's internal clock as well. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's weird. Alright. Not like knowing the actual time would help us all that much while down here.
Guess so. Anyway, there's not much time left. Anything left you want to share with the group?
Oh, I don't think so. Hope I'll have more to tell you once I'm back.
Why can't I just come up with something actually useful to say? Something that would really help us with figuring this whole thing out. I mean, I could always share what I know about Amelia, but, no, not yet. God, why? Why not say anything? I should at least wait for what Oliver has to tell us once he returns. Valerie's plan is pretty solid after all. There's no reason to get into all that. Not before we know for sure whether she's actually there, here. Whether she's truly still alive after all this time. In the end, there might still be some other logical explanation to all of this, right?
Adrian?
Huh? God damn it. This man has the worst perception of, like, his surroundings. It is ridiculous. Okay, where did I leave off? Oliver, I left off with him.
Tell you more once I'm back.
Yeah, same. In that case, do you want to head to the exit already?
Sure. Guess there's not much point in sitting around here any longer.
Very well then, I will accompany you. Will the two of you come along as well? Not like I have anything better to do. Adrian?
Okay, so she's asking me to come along to the hallway. Huh? Oh, I did it again. God damn it. Ooh, interesting. Did she say anything? No, I just said huh. Alright. Looking around, everyone else has stood up while I was lost in thought. Oh, sorry. Of course. I get up as well, joining them on their way to see Oliver off.
So, how exactly does the store work? How do you open it?
Well, the one time I used it so far, it just opened by itself once the timer reached the last minutes.
Couldn't we, like, just come with you? Not that I want to necessarily, but wouldn't it work?
I don't know. I doubt it. Would be an obvious oversight, don't you think? Also, the whole contraption is a bit more complicated than just this one door.
How so?
Alright, how should I put this? So, behind this door, there's another one that only opens after this one has closed again.
He's wildly gesturing in a desperate attempt to visualize his explanation. Oh, so it's a spinny thing? Oh, what?
That leads to a small chamber below this whole platform thing that Null was standing on earlier.
So does everything spin?
Well, that chamber connects to 3 doors in total, one leading to each of the halls. And yeah, all of those work just like the one I just described.
Yeah, definitely seems like someone wanted to make very sure that nobody would enter any of these doors without permission. But wait a second. So, there's a room below this platform?
Well, room might be an exaggeration, but it's really just a small, round space that connects all these doors and halls and stuff.
But didn't Null appear on that platform using some kind of elevator coming from down there? Did he come from the small chamber then?
Huh. You're exactly right. That's what it seems like.
In that case, it is rather likely that Null is hiding further down. Wouldn't you agree?
Huh. What makes you think that?
Well, you can simply think of the chamber that lies in the center of 3 halls as an elevator shaft.
Uh-huh.
When on ground level, the elevator seems to be a regular floor that connects the 3 exits to one another. But beyond that, it also moves up to function as a platform for Null to talk to us from. Know the doctor was from, or even further down to a separate area in which Null is most likely located. That's the only explanation that makes sense, is it not?
Now that she puts it like that, yeah, it really is just that simple. Oliver nods in agreement, seeming rather impressed by her deduction. Valerie, not so much. Valerie, not impressed with anything, are you?
Yeah, that's great and all. So, back to my question. Mind if I try going through the door with you? I don't know if that's such a good idea. Shouldn't we just do as we're told for now?
Come on. I'm sure it will be fine.
Oh, Valerie's gonna die, ain't she?
Well, if the two of you are so sure about it.
At that moment, the door opens, revealing the small round space in between the outer and one of the inner doors, just like Oliver had described. Valerie enters said space, and nothing happens.
Well, won't you come in too?
Oh yeah, sure.
Suddenly, a generic announcement plays out through the same speakers that were last used when Null was giving his introductory speech. Error, unauthorized number of signals detected. Please step back from the exit.
Oh well, there you have it. If you'd be so kind, then.
He gestures for her to back off. She sighs and, after a bit of hesitation, takes a couple of steps away from the door. It was a good try. Good idea.
So long.
The door slides shut in front of him. Now it's just the three of us once more. We stand there quietly. I look back and forth between Valerie and Evelyn and the floor, waiting for someone to say something. Anything. Maybe I should say something. Unfortunately, it seems like they're doing the exact same thing. Valerie promised to tell us about her connection to Amelia once Oliver was gone. Now she looks hesitant, like she's contemplating how or if to go about it. Maybe she's hoping we already forgot. We clearly didn't. Evelyn is most likely just giving Valerie a chance to gather her thoughts. But come on, we don't have that kind of time, do we? Again, do we have any time? I understand the 90-minute thing. Are we on a time limit? With Null, Mr. Game Master? I take a deep breath, preparing to give her a piece of my mind. However, what the hell was that? Before my voice manages to reach my throat, it is swiftly interrupted by the sudden rumbling of a stomach. Judging by the two sets of eyes looking in my direction, it appears to have been my own, attempting to break the silence that engulfed the hall ever since Oliver left our group.
The fact that you can even think about food in a situation like this is insane to me. Kind of disgusting, to be honest.
I'm not thinking about food. My stomach is. Well, yeah, sorry. I guess I forgot to eat anything before getting kidnapped.
Maybe we should use this opportunity to take a short break in the kitchen. I would check the supplies and whip up something for us to eat. You can't properly think on an empty stomach, after all. Isn't that right?
Are you sure we've got time for that right now? Not like I'm gonna starve anytime soon, so don't worry about me.
I don't think that will pose a problem. We still have almost 90 minutes at our disposal until Oliver returns.
Okay. So, yeah. It is going 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. But is there a limit to how many turns we get? Like, do we only get 3 rounds?
I doubt we will need that much time to discuss what Valerie wanted to talk about, do we?
No! She still acts as though she's irritated about this turn of events, but I get the feeling she's actually relieved that she can postpone talking about Amelia a little further. Not that I can't relate.
In that case, I think it would only prove beneficial to prepare a meal now. You might not be hungry quite yet, but that could change at any time. It's best to take care of things like this sooner, rather than later.
Ooh.
Yeah, I get it. Let's get going then.
To the kitchen? Hey.
The two of you can simply sit down for now. I will take care of everything, so don't worry about it.
Oh, she's cooking us up a meal, maybe. What supply? What do we even have? I see behind you when I was here earlier that we got like spices and such. We have a microwave. Are these even real? Are these even real, or are these just augmented shit? Can they augment food to make it look delicious and nutritious, but in reality we're just eating crap? Oh god, that's awful. That is horrible thinking. Oh. Yeesh.